Welcome to Apathetic Weekend Update. I'm your host, Guy, whose fashion sense is dictated by the gift cards he receives every other year. Our top story tonight, the biggest information leak perhaps in human history. Not quite that big. There we go. The Panama Papers, a collaborative effort by several hundred snitches, or as they like to sometimes be called, journalists, revealing 11.2 million documents showcasing a global-scale tax evasion by the world's most powerful people. Of course, many were outraged when they found out about these larger-than-life figureheads hiding their money in the Caymans, because the rest of us have been using H&R Block like a bunch of suckers. $90 for a tax return? Ooh, I bet your fingers are really cramping up on those keys. Motherfucker. Moving on, after being caught spying on his guests for 30 years, a motel researcher is asking for the right to be labeled a sex researcher, which, if granted, means I guess we're all just researchers of the things we secretly creep on. Which means I guess I'm a parties I don't get invited to on Facebook but can still see on Facebook researcher. Moving on. That was decaf. Did an intern get me decaf? Someone point out the intern who got me decaf right now so I can break their limbs until they look like half an octopus. On Friday, a prankster successfully convinced the staff of a Burger King to break its own windows to prevent an imminent explosion, proving if you carry yourself with enough conviction, at BK you can have it your way, whether a burger, building, or the mental and emotional anguish of those working inside. Oh, it's not decaf. Okay, that's on me. I lack a palate. Can someone apologize to that intern for me? This just in, you'd have your finances under control if you spent 5 minutes a week figuring out your budget instead of browsing the internet for cheap, unmemorable laughs. In ritzier news, rich kids of Instagram are landing their parents in jail after taking selfies next to unclaimed assets. In related news, rich kids of Snapchat are grossing out investigators with underage dick pics, also next to unclaimed assets. On Saturday, a Toronto man was tragically shot dead while attending a memorial for a friend of his who was also shot dead, forcing Canadians to face the harsh reality that perhaps this whole bullet thing is contagious. Might want to wear a mask to the next memorial. Actually, know what? Just to be safe, probably cover up the whole face. There we go. Ski mountains must be terrifying for convenience store owners. I'm kidding, they can never afford ski trips. Quick life hack, insecure about the size of your d***, just tell everyone it's above average, but leave out that you included women in your analytics. In Australia, a man was charged with buckling up his beer instead of his 4-year-old child. But to be fair, the child was already old enough that a good shake wouldn't ruin him. In more child negligency news, a Texas mother had a sex offender tattoo her children, which is impressive considering most mothers can't even get their kids to sit still for a flu shot. And I don't know how bisexuals do it. Like, I can barely make a decision with the number of choices at a vending machine. Reports show that MDMA could be FDA legal in 5 years. In related news, the fashion industry has begun designing pieces that incorporate super boring fabric to cut down on the expected pesky hugs. Friday marked an enormous scientific achievement when SpaceX was able to successfully land a rocket returning from space onto a barge in the ocean, leaving more credit to the theory that Elon Musk is a Waterworld plotting Bond villain. See? So close. And now a word from our sponsors. What? Really? Still? The f*** you mean I swear too much for sponsors? F*** those mother. And that's it for your Apathetic Weekend Update. If you enjoyed the episode or were zoned out the entire time but appreciate my spirit for making them, please like, comment below, share with your friends, and subscribe. And yeah, I've been your host, Guy, whose main source of anxiety can be directly linked to actively avoiding spoilers for popular television and film that he never gets around to watching. Good night. Fine. I didn't want sponsors anyway. Guess I'm too adult for them. Hey. Nah, I didn't get them yet, buddy. One day. There's